right. So, it seems like you are a bit unlucky lately, mate. Like, all the fights getting cancelled, right? I mean, if we're gonna talk about that, the greatest way to annoy me is when the fight gets cancelled. So I understand how you feel. Why the fight got cancelled? What happened? I've seen you traveling, I've seen you were flying there, and what exactly happened?
Uh, Actually, it's against the same guy. So it happened twice in 2 months. The first time it happened at my hometown in Louisiana, and it got canceled like during the show. I was fighting number 5. The promoter pulled me to the side, said, Mr. Bethly, we was on fight number 3 going on number 4, and it got canceled. It got canceled right before I got caught up. I already had my hands wrapped. It was ready to go. And this last one, I came to the weigh-in, showed up, came in like at 2:40. They said he was gonna be late. I said, first it was he got into a wreck, and then it turned into his wife was in a wreck. So I just came to terms and accepted like he just didn't want to do it. But why sign the paper 2 weeks before the show if you knew he wasn't gonna do nothing? So that just got me. That in my mind that just had me labeling him as a coward. Basically, just want to get the fight posters up, knowing if you didn't want to do it, don't sign it. That took a Saturday from me. I drove like 4 hours, 3.5, 4 hours away. I could have spunked that Saturday with my daughter.
What do you think? Why did he back out twice?
Ultimately, I looked at it like he didn't want to do it. He didn't want to fight me. Because it's twice in 2 months. April and May, you done this twice. The first time was like doctor's reasons. Like the doctor said his blood pressure was too high. So I couldn't argue against the doctor. I can't argue against the doctor. I let that one go. But this one, there was really no reason. Because I was told
Well,
he had a boxing match later on this month. So I just looked at it like, you didn't want to fight me. You didn't want to fight. You shouldn't sign the contract.
there must
And I
have
was
been
ticked.
some reason, I guess. There must have been some reason. I mean, it's okay to withdraw once, that's okay, but like 2 times, it's at least unusual, if you know what I mean. At least it happens
Like,
very, very rarely to pull off the fight twice. So, what do you think? What is the reason?
well, the first one I already knew because the doctor told me. Like I said, I'm not gonna argue against the doctor. I'm not gonna argue against the doctor. So that's excusable. But this one, I ain't heard nothing. I ain't heard him reached out to me and like try to apologize for like ditching or none of that. I just look at that as like you didn't want to do it. You came up with any reason because a couple of guys that who knows him, who know of him, they were supposed to do like a backyard fight type of deal, and he was known for backing out of that also. So I just look at it like that. You didn't want to fight, but I could take fights to where I know I'm clearly the underdog, clearly gonna be looked at as like an easy win, but I'd make it a tough fight for anybody. And so that just got me just looking at you like you're not even a real fighter. You don't deserve to call yourself that.
That's true. That's true. Nobody deserves to be. I can't call it played like that, but it's okay. But you traveled long way. I mean, you missed some days of work.
Mm-hmm.
You missed some days of your routine. I mean, did you at least got paid or not?
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah. I make sure they got this first. No, they paid me. They paid me my purse plus his, so I'm not tripping. They gave me his purse too, so I wasn't complaining about it. So
Yeah.
the only thing I hated, it wasn't gonna be registered as a win. That's the only thing that tipped me off. And I was looking forward to like really I had nothing else planned after that because I said I was working on going to a couple other gyms working out with the Lima brothers in Atlanta because I met one of their students at the show, and they wanted me to come out there work out with them because they said, because I told them I don't have nobody my size to work with. And so him and his coaches, they gave me what they're working me with open arms to train out there in Atlanta at American Top Team Lima. So I'm working on going out there in the next couple of weeks because I actually have a fight in Alabama, which I just agreed to over the weekend because, like I said, I ain't had nothing to do. I was just gonna use this to like training and possibly go more likely go down to 205. So I might got like one or two more heavyweight fights, and then I'm more likely to be down at 205 after this.
So you think about dropping to 205 or no? Is this just a hint, or you really think about dropping?
I've been contemplating about it, especially when I look at my build. I'm a small heavyweight, but I'm light on my feet. But I know that doesn't mean all good all the time. It's like I'm not gonna generate enough power. Yeah, it's like I got like I'm more like gonna train at ATT Team Lima. I got the offer to work out with those guys. I met the Lima brothers, like real good people. So they gave me an offer to come out there, and so I said I would take them on that offer. And plus, after this will be my first time fighting in Alabama. And actually, it's against a good friend of mine. We met at a show from posting memes back and forth to each other, just for jokes and good fun, be like two big kids again. But his original opponent got canceled. And so he called me asking if I could do it, but I had this thing to where I really don't fight people who I'm already became cool, I'm already friends with. Because I seen in some situations that'll jeopardize the friendship, and I made it clear I don't want to jeopardize the friendship like that. That's my reason, number one. And number two, the date on it is actually a little touchy because that's like 2 days before the accident that took my sister from me. July 25th is the day that I lost her. The 23rd is the day of the show. And it's actually going to be the 5-year mark that I lost her. And that's when I also started fighting legit. So it's going to be an emotional week because I took a whole week off work in order to be in Georgia to train out there the last couple of days, then drive to Alabama and do the show. And so I think they told me I'm like right at the end, right before the co-main event. So I got a long fight. There's like 13, 14 fights on this card. So I got a long time to wait and let it sink in. So.
Yeah, I understand. Like you were waiting for 4, 5, 6 hours, and then you realized that your opponent didn't show. Like I don't know, man. But about hinting to 205, like you're thinking about dropping your weight class, you're thinking about dropping to 205 because you're lighter on the feet, or is this a plan for your future, or that's just a hint?
It's a combination of both. I've been got told for the longest time, like I'll be better off at 205 because like my reach is near 7 feet. I got a near 7-foot reach and I'm slim. I'm just not like the big bulky guy as a heavyweight. I'm like a smaller version, a small, faster version. I'm not just big and slow. So that's why I got told time to time 205 might be better. So I say I'm around 240 right now. If I do this, once I get done with this one and maybe one more, I can see making the cut to 205 way more better because I'm at least trying to get like a 220, 225 before my birthday in September. That way I could make the easier cut to 205 stand. Me trying to get to 205 and cut as I am now.
Well,
So I'm
William
trying to
Knight was
ease my way
dropping, if
to
you
it.
remember. William Knight was dropping from 250 to 205, but then he switched to heavyweight, so it's not impossible.
Oh yeah, but I know I don't want to put myself through that torture.
Yeah, I understand.
I'd rather make it as light and as manageable as possible.
That's okay. So when do you plan to fight next time? Do you have some plans?
Actually, well, you mean after my next one coming in July? Like I have a show on July 23rd in Alabama. This will be my first time fighting in Alabama. So like it'll be an exchange, but like I said earlier, it's touchy. That's like touching the day I lost my sister, and what's even more ironic, it's gonna be 5 years. I told the woman who I'm dealing with now that hey, this might be emotional. It's gonna be weird. It's gonna be an emotional day. I'm breaking one of my promises. I said I don't take fights on my daughter's birthday, my mother's, or that day when my sister was gone. I'm breaking one of my codes, but I'm doing this because I gotta get out that hurdle. I gotta get out that mental block to where I can't do it. I know I can. I just choose not to.
Well, you're fighting in Alabama. I hope this is like a bonus. This is like something to motivate you, right? I see you're looking pretty much okay with fighting with Alabama, so it probably means a lot to you, right?
Yes, especially when I was like the first person they called to like replace the fighter to to help save the show or whatever. Because I've done that many times before, but doing it for a friend who I befriended at a show, we laugh and joke every time we see each other. We always laugh and joke, and especially since this is his pro debut, and me doing it, me being a pro, always gonna be a year since I turned pro. And so we looked at it, we both agreed this would be no hard feelings. We just gonna go have fun with it and just have fun afterwards. So as long as I keep maintaining friendship with that man, then I'm okay.
Yeah, I understand. All right. Thank you so much for participating in the interview. Right now, I got a new job, so I must get to work. I will post it. I think your night time. I need to edit it. I will post it as a premiere, if you know what that means.
Yeah, I gotcha. And I did want to say thank you to a special someone who helped me got through with all this. If it wasn't for her, I'd probably be somewhere messed up right now. So I was gonna try to add her on it at the end of it. Just let me just as a way of saying my way of saying thank you to her. But then I know she probably getting embarrassed a lot.
All right.
So
That's awesome. Thank you so much for this interview. I will post it to editing now. As soon as it's done, you will see the link. I will send you the link. Okay?
I appreciate you, my friend.
Okay. Thank you. Have a great day.
You too.